Alright, so we're going to do a little video here on rationalizing denominators. And that's just a fancy way of saying that we don't want a square root in the denominator of a fraction. So I'm going to do this one right here. 8 over square root, let's just do square root of 7. All right, because if I just did like a square root of 9, well, of course, we'd just change that to a 3, and then we wouldn't have a radical there anymore. So in this case here, the main reason why mathematicians did this to begin with is because they had to use things like tables in books and slide rules and stuff like that. And yes, this was before my time. But now with calculators, it's really not a huge deal, but still, I'm going to tell you right now, especially college professors are going to be really mad if you do not rationalize the denominators. It's pretty easy. Right here, we have a square root of 7, and so we're just going to multiply top and bottom by square root 7. Now, since it's the same thing on the top and the bottom here, I'm actually just multiplying by 1, and I'm allowed to do that. You got to think of the identity for that, the identity property. So if I multiply that, I'm going to end up with 8 square root 7 on the top, and on the bottom, square root 7 times square root 7. Now I wrote it that way just so that you would understand kind of what I'm doing, but it's a lot easier if we write it like this, square root 49. And last time I checked, square root of 49 was just 7. So the final answer ends up being 8 square root 7 over 7. Now, please do not try to reduce this. Do not do that. That's bad. One of those is a square root. One of them is not. So they are not even close to being the same thing. We cannot reduce that. But if we can reduce what's in the green there, we should. I'll give you an example of that one. So let's go with 9, just 9 over square root 3. Now we cannot reduce this right now. Those are not the same thing. But I'm going to multiply top and bottom by square root 3. So it's equal to 9 square root 3. Okay, little shortcut here. Instead of writing out square root 3, I'm going to write out square root of 9. Now I know that square root of 9 is 3. If you didn't know that, check it on your calculator or just look at how we got it to begin with. So it's 9 square root 3 over 3. And so these are just numbers. These are regular integers, wonderful. They're not inside of square roots or anything else. We can reduce this. Last time I checked, 9/3 or 9 over 3 reduces to 3 over 1 or just 3. So I can reduce this to 3 square root 3. Now if you really want to put it over 1, well you can, but that's kind of like cussing in math. It just looks horrible and sounds bad. Okay? I mean, imagine if you're going to go to McDonald's and order 2 Big Macs, then you're not going to say, I want 2 over 1 Big Macs. That just doesn't make any sense. Okay? This is rationalizing the denominator. And it can go further than this. There are other cases where we would end up rationalizing denominators. But for everything that we're going to be doing here in class, this is all the information that you actually need to know. Okay? If you have any questions, come see me, and we can work on this a little bit. All right, bye-bye.